Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Liz from French Toast and Books, and today I am doing the Fall Time Cozy Time book tag. This book tag was created last year by Sam from Novels and Nonsense, and it has a lot of fall time themes associated with some books. And I am doing this tag because, lo and behold, yesterday it snowed. And I mean, it's stuck. Like, there is snow on the ground right now. It's melting, but we have snow finally in Utah, which is pretty great. I actually really love cold weather, and I love wearing scarves and long sleeve shirts, so this is a great tag to do. The first topic is crunching leaves. The world is full of color. Choose a book that has reds, oranges, and yellows on the cover. Here I have two books that both have a lot of reds, oranges, and yellows. We have Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, and also a book I have yet to read, which is called Within the Dark Hills by Cyan Besley. As you can tell, there are very fall-themed colors. We have reds and oranges and yellows, and she has a nice umbrella, little parasol to welcome in the weather. And then Harry Potter also has very red and oranges and yellows with the upcoming fight scene. So I think that these book covers really exemplify fall. Cozy sweater. It is finally cold enough to don warm, cozy clothing. What book gives you the warm fuzzies? This book, I am going with Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare, and I choose this book. I know it's very sad, and there's a lot of times where I actually really cried in this book, which is good because that's the sad part of the warm fuzzies, but then it also has a lot of good romance and a lot of happy times, especially the epilogue. I was really happy with the epilogue, and I was just covered in the warm fuzzies while reading that. I thought it was a great conclusion to that trilogy. Fall storm. The wind is howling and the rain is pounding. Choose your favorite book or genre that you like to read on a stormy day. As I look at my book reading histories, I see that when the weather starts to get cold, I really gravitate towards supernatural fantasies, like The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. Another book I also gravitate towards and I read often, I've read this multiple times, is Lucas by Kevin Brooks. And I really love this book, and it's not exactly the happiest book in the world, but I love the writing style and the storyline so much. It's definitely, kind of stormy in the sense where it takes place in a fictional town in England, so it's definitely that kind of stormy weather, but I just love this book. Cool, crisp air. What is the coolest character you would like to trade places with? I have two characters I would really love to trade places with. The first is Caitlin from the iFix series. Book 1 is Freak of Nature, and I would love to trade places with her because she is a cyborg and she kicks butt, and she's just so strong and goal-oriented that I would really like to be. The next person I would love to be is the time traveler in H.G. Wells' The Time Traveler, because I want to travel in time. I would love to go back to the Victorian era or the 1900s, like early 1900s, and wear petticoats and the corsets, or I would like to go in the future and see what there is in store for humanity. And H.G. Wells really goes and talks about the future and what happens when society kind of crumbles into a different division. So it was a really interesting take on time travel and the future. Hot apple cider. What underhyped book would you like to be the next biggest, hottest thing? Now, I've talked about this a lot, so I'm not going to bring up the book again. I've talked about it way too much that I need to move on, because you're either going to read it or not, and I will find out from you, lovely people, so I'm gonna just say please read it. Coats, scarves, and mittens. The weather has turned cold and it is time to cover up. Which book cover are you most embarrassed about and like to keep hidden? I don't think I've ever read a book that I was actually embarrassed of the cover, so I kept it hidden. The only thing I can think of as closest to this was when I was reading the Twilight series by Stephanie Meyer. I would like to take off the front jacket. It wasn't because I was embarrassed, it was just I didn't want people talking to me about the book while I was reading. I just wanted to read it and not hear anybody else's opinions, so that is the closest I can get. Pumpkin spice. What is your all-time favorite fall comfort foods? When the weather gets cold, I completely love hot chocolate, especially with the marshmallows in it. But then I also eat chocolate all the time. I have a chocolate obsession. Warm, cozy bonfire. Share the warmth. Who would you like to tag? I'm not going to tag anybody in this video because it was created a year ago, so most people who have already wanted to do this tag have, and people who haven't either don't know about it or aren't going to do it, so I don't tag anybody. Just let me know if you want to do this tag and I will watch it. That is all I have for you on this fall time cozy time tag. I am excited for these weather months and my book reading has been so great this month. So I will talk to you next time. Please leave me any comments and subscribe if you like this video. And that's all I have for you guys. Goodbye!